Hey everybody, it's me, Rick Acosta, the Dodger Card Collector, coming to you with another video. Today is Friday, August 15th. I hope you're all doing well. We're 1 week away from the West Coast Card Show out in Anaheim, California, which is only several miles from my house, about 15 miles. Looking forward to it. I haven't been buying cards much the last 3 or 4 weeks. You guys know the story there. So I'm hoping that when the show does arrive in town next week, that I'm able to pick up several cards. It won't be much. I will be on a smaller budget, but as I've mentioned to you in the past, I'd like to finish my 1961 Topps baseball set. Before I go into what we're going to discuss today, I wanted to thank Alex Bowman 53 for having me on his Card Room Live show last week. Had a wonderful time with Alex and with Kurt from Brooklyn talking about the 1941 play ball set. I'm going to leave a link in the description if you missed that show. And I wanted to thank everybody for watching that show that day. I saw lots of nice comments. It was really nice to see. I wasn't fully paying attention to the chat, so I apologize if I ignored a question of yours or a comment that you might have made. But check it out, Card Room Live with Alex Bowman 53. One of the things as we go into the card show coming up next week, and you guys know I've been working on a 1961 Topps set. I am down to 8, and when I finish that, I always go like, what do I do next? What do I do next? And it reminds me of the questions I used to have just even a couple of years ago. How do I make my baseball card collection better? I still ask that question all the time. You know, it's easy to say, oh, we can make it better by buying a bunch of Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Cy Young, Walter Johnson cards. But I have to be realistic. I'm not putting a mortgage out on my house or a second mortgage on my house to buy these cards. So that's not happening. And I've reached the point with my collection, without sounding like a pompous snob, that if I finish this, when I finish the 1961 Topps set, okay, it makes your collection a little better, but it doesn't make it go like, let's talk about school. If my collection was given a C grade, am I going from a C to a C plus? Or am I going from a B plus to an A minus? I don't know. So I've reached the point though where it doesn't matter how many more sets I build, or if I buy 50 Hall of Fame cards from the 50s and 60s, and maybe some 40s and a couple of 30s, does it make my collection go from an A minus to an A? Probably not. But I am very content with my collection. I never dreamed in a million years I'd have the collection that I own today. But at some point, we reach a point where your card collection really just can't get any better. And like I say, there are exceptions to the rule. If you're out there and all of a sudden you're like, well, I'm going to buy all 4 Babe Ruth cards from the Gowdy set, along with the 2 Lou Gehrig cards from the Gowdy set, and I'm going to buy a couple of Cracker Jack cards with Joe Jackson and Ty Cobb. That'd be amazing. That's not in the cards for me. So, a few years ago, I pulled up an article. I actually Googled, what are the 10 most valuable baseball card sets? I Googled that because I wanted to see what I could do several years ago to make my baseball card collection. And I stumbled upon this article from the PSA website called The Top 10 Complete Baseball Sets of All Time. And I decided to take a look at it. And again, just recently, not to see how I can make my card collection any better, because like I said, I honestly feel that I can't make it that much better. But I decided, let's do a show based on this article. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, by the way, just a disclaimer, what you're going to see is I'm going to go over this website, this article. There's no writer or no given author of this article of the top 10 complete baseball sets of all time, but I will leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. I am literally using word for word the article that they wrote. I am also using the animation or the pictures that they used, no, the static animation that they used in their article, I am using it in this story. So if you don't like the rankings, if you don't like the way it was written, don't come complaining to me, because I'm just literally reading something verbatim from a website. Now, if you want to complain about the voiceover work, that's another story, because that's me. So I'm going to show you, and it's really interesting to look at it, because when I look at this now, this article, I have 2 of the top 10 complete sets, and I am very proud that I have 1 in the top 5, and I actually have 3 sets in the not in the top 10, but I'll give it away. There's an honorable mention. So I have 2 in the top 10, and I have the honorable mention set. And I tried something new on this video. I got out my microphone that I've never used. I'm trying to start. I bought this a year ago, you guys, and I've never really used it, but I did use it for the voiceover work. So the video that I'm about to show you, I put together some photos and I did some voiceover work, and I'm reading from a script. And then, unfortunately, I ran into some technical issues. It was too late to make changes, because I really want to get this video out. Since I don't have Mom this weekend, I wanted to get this video out. What I was going to do was I was going to share with you the top 10 sets, and then I was going to mix in my cards from these sets that I could share with you guys. Ran into some technical issues, so I'm asking you, watch the video, and then at the end of the video, I personally don't come back on, but you hear my voice, and I show you cards from my collection from these top 10 complete baseball sets of all time. All right? So I think I've got it down, but I appreciate you watching. This is it. I will not be back, but thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon. We're going to take a look at some baseball cards. Set building. It's the foundation of card collecting that many of us spend countless hours in the pursuit of completion. The passionate pursuit of those final cards to complete our sets becomes a consuming mission. It can be exhilarating just as it can be frustrating, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Some sets rise above others due to their composition, design, key features, and rarities. These are the sets that become the ultimate treasures in the hobby. These sets are listed in reverse chronological order and were selected based on various criteria, including, but not limited to, popularity, historical importance, and eye appeal. Are you ready to take a look? Let's find out. The 1975 Topps baseball card set is our honorable mention. With all of these stellar vintage sets on the list, it was difficult to find room for a post-1970 issue, but this great Topps release deserves recognition. From a design perspective, this set really exemplifies the decade. The cards are surrounded by wild, multicolored borders, and those borders are very susceptible to wear. The set itself has one of the best selections of rookie cards you will ever see. Hall of Famers like George Brett, Robin Yount, Gary Carter, and Jim Rice can all be found here, along with rookie stars like Fred Lynn and Keith Hernandez. Like Ted Williams in 1954, Hank Aaron has the honor of acting as the bookend of the set with card numbers 1 and 660. The set contains a total of 660 cards, and the set contains many special cards such as highlight cards that start the set and cards devoted to former MVPs. The Brett and Yount rookies are amongst the most valuable cards in the post-1970 era. At number 10, the 1963 Topps baseball card set takes center stage. This Topps issue is one of several very popular sets released during the 1960s, but of all the great sets to choose from, this one may be the most popular. After using a brown bordered design in 1962, Topps went back to a more eye-catching look by using a solid color along the bottom or top of each card, along with 3 white borders. This set, which contains a large number of multiplayer star cards throughout, features a couple of key rookies in Willie Stargell and Pete Rose on 4-player formats. The set contains 576 cards, And the multiplayer cards in this set feature many of the decade's brightest stars, such as Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, and Sandy Koufax. At number 9, the 1955 Topps set, much like its predecessor a year earlier, is defined by awesome eye appeal and 3 major rookie cards. In 1955, Topps changed to a horizontal design but kept up its use of bold color. The result was one of the best looking baseball card sets ever made. In addition, the 3 key rookie cards in this set belong to 3 Hall of Famers: slugger Harmon Killebrew, pitching ace Sandy Koufax, and 5-tool wonder Roberto Clemente are the anchors. The Clemente rookie is considered to be the toughest of the 3 to find in high grade. The last card in the set, while not a rookie card, is also a significant one, featuring Brooklyn Dodger legend Duke Snider. The set contains 206 cards. While the set is numbered to 210, card numbers 175, 186, 203, and 209 were never issued. If you think your eyes are playing tricks on you, they're not. Topps reused many of the images from the 1954 set in the 1955 release. At number 8, the 1954 Topps baseball card set exhibits one of the more unique designs of the era. The cards were made without a defined top border, leaving 3 white borders along the bottom and to the left and right of each card image. The image contained 1 headshot and 1 smaller action pose of each player. Furthermore, the use of color was tremendous, as this was one of the company's most eye-appealing releases. Ted Williams is featured as the first and last card in the set, card numbers 1 and 250. The set's biggest strength may be its 3 key rookie cards, those of Al Kaline, Ernie Banks, and super slugger Hank Aaron. The set contains a total of 250 cards. Hall of Fame manager Tommy Lasorda is featured on his only player card at card number 132. Card number 139 features Ed and Johnny O'Brien, 2 brothers, on the same card. At number 7, the 1953 Bowman baseball card set is renowned for its simplistic beauty. The fronts of the cards contain nothing but a colorful image of the player. No fancy designs and no facsimile signatures. Just the players with a simple white border, which is almost the exact opposite of what we see produced today. As a result of Bowman's decision, the 1953 set is considered one of the most desirable baseball card issues in the entire hobby. The set also contains some multiplayer cards featuring popular New York Yankee players like Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra. While not the most valuable card in the set, the most popular image belongs to Pee Wee Reese on card number 33. The set contains a total of 160 cards. Card numbers 113 to 128 are considered the toughest series and sell for a premium. At number 6, the 1952 Topps is the lone post-war baseball card set of the Big Three. Along with the 1909 to 1911 T206 and 1933 Gowdy sets, the 1952 Topps baseball card issue is one that many collectors dream of owning. Leading off with a tough number 1 card in Andy Pafko, the most notable number 1 card in the hobby, and ending with Hall of Fame rookie Eddie Matthews at card number 407, this set is filled with power cards. Of course, the key to the entire set is that of card number 311, Mickey Mantle, which is perhaps the most recognizable card in the world. In addition to the large number of star cards like those of Jackie Robinson and Willie Mays, the high number series cards sell for a premium, card numbers 311 to 407. The set contains a total of 407 cards in the basic set. Card numbers 1 through 80 can be found with black or red backs. At number 5, the 1951 Bowman baseball card set is perhaps the most important Bowman issue during their 1948 to 1955 run, a run that produced some of the most desirable cards of all time. This colorful issue is anchored by 3 major rookie cards, those of Whitey Ford, Willie Mays, and Mickey Mantle. All three men were considered among the best of the era, with endless debates about whether someone would want Mickey or Willie to patrol center field for their favorite team. The set also includes a great selection of stars like Ted Williams and Yogi Berra. It was the fourth consecutive year that Bowman decided to increase the size of the set. This set contains a total of 324 cards. After 3 years using the same design size, Bowman went with new dimensions in 1951, 2 1/16 by 3 1/8. And even though the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle might be his most popular card, the 1951 Bowman Mantle is his only official rookie card. At number 4, the 1941 Play Ball baseball card set was the third consecutive issue in the Play Ball series, but unlike its two predecessors, this set infused color into the design. As a result, this set is considered the most desirable issue during the 3-year run from 1939 to 1941. The set contains several key cards of Hall of Famers like Jimmy Fox, Hank Greenberg, and Mel Ott, but the two most important cards are those of Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio, who both had epic seasons that summer. Williams hit .406, and DiMaggio hit safely in 56 straight games. This set also happens to feature a tough rookie card of popular Brooklyn Dodger Pee Wee Reese. This set contains a total of 72 cards. This was the first play ball set to use color in the design. And despite the strong selection of Hall of Famers, the only Hall of Fame rookie card is that of Pee Wee Reese. At number 3, the 1933 Gowdy baseball card set is widely considered one of the big three in the hobby. Booming with color and featuring a huge selection of Hall of Famers, this popular gum issue is anchored by 4 different Babe Ruth cards. Card numbers 53, 144, 149, and 181. The 1953 Ruth is considered the toughest and most desirable of the quartet. The set also contains one of the most historically important rarities in the hobby, card number 106, belonging to Napoleon Lajoie. This card was not issued with the rest of the cards. In order to acquire it, you had to contact the Gowdy Company directly in 1934. The card was actually made with more of a 1934 style design than 1933. While not quite as scarce as some of the other noteworthy rarities, this card still commands a big premium in the marketplace. The set contains a total of 240 cards if you include the Lajoie rarity, which most people do. In addition to Ruth, there are several major Hall of Famers that can be found on more than one card in the set, such as Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, and Carl Hubbell. Cards from the low number series are considered much tougher than those found in the other series throughout the set. At number 2, the 1915 Cracker Jack baseball card set contains some of the most popular cards in the hobby. In addition, the simple design is part of its strength. Each card contains a bold red background, which really helps make this issue eye-catching. The set, a follow-up to the 1914 issue, could be acquired as part of a mail-in offer. In exchange for 100 coupons or 1 coupon plus 25 cents, a collector could receive the entire set. This is why a decent amount of high-grade examples exist today. The set is filled with Hall of Famers like Christy Mathewson, Tris Speaker, and Ty Cobb, but the Shoeless Joe Jackson remains the most desirable card in the entire set. There are 176 cards in the set. The 1914 set could not be acquired via mail-in offer, which is why that set is so much tougher to find than the 1915 issue. In addition to the set, a collector could also send away for a custom album to store and display the cards. That is why the reverse of the cards was printed upside down, so they could be displayed and read while in the album. And at number 1 is the 1909 to 1911 T206 baseball card set, often referred to as the Monster, is considered by many to be the premier set in the entire hobby. Loaded with Hall of Famers, rarities, and possessing an absolutely beautiful design, the collector can find plenty of reasons to take on this challenging issue. Of course, beyond the huge selection of stars like Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, and Cy Young, a few major rarities steal the show. In terms of sheer value, the 3 top spots belong to Eddie Plank, the Joe Doyle New York National hands overhead error, and the king of all baseball cards, the T206 Honus Wagner, which is still considered the Mona Lisa of baseball cards. There are 76 different cards featuring Hall of Famers. There are 16 different tobacco ads that can be found on the reverse. There are 524 cards needed to complete the basic set, but thousands of cards are required if you want to collect every tobacco back and every factory, series, district, or state combination. And from my collection, we're featuring the 1975 Topps Gary Carter, Robin Yount, and Jim Rice rookie cards. From my 1963 Topps set, we've got Carl Yastrzemski, along with Bomber's Best, featuring Mickey Mantle, and the Ernie Banks card. These cards are all from 1963. From the 1955 Topps set, we have the Al Kaline second year card number 210, Duke Snider, and we feature Hal Newhouser of the Cleveland Indians. From the 1954 Topps set, from left to right, we have Jackie Robinson, Warren Spahn, and Tommy Lasorda, his rookie card, his only playing days card. From the 1953 Bowman set, we have Carl Furillo, Stan Musial, and on the right is Gil Hodges, all from the 1953 Bowman set. From the 1952 Topps set, we have card number 1, Andy Pafko. In the middle, we have Bob Feller. And on the far right, we have Preacher Row, all from 1952. In the 1951 Bowman set, from left to right, we have Roy Campanella. In the center is Larry Doby. And on the right is Ralph Branco. And from the 1941 Play Ball set, we have Jimmy Fox. In the center, Charlie Gehringer. And on the right, Hank Greenberg. And from the top 3 sets, we have from the 1933 Gowdy set, Gabby Hartnett. In the center, Eddie Collins. And on the far right, Dazzy Vance. From the number 2 ranked Crackerjack set from 1915, these are all Brooklyn Superbas cards. Edward Rulbach, John Hamill, and on the right is Jake Daubert. And only one card from the number 1 rated 1909 to 1911 T206 set, Zach Wheat.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game, for a ball